Hi everyone, this is The Game Plan. My name is Carol Radul, and the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace match has just kicked off, and I wish you could harakisha 30 minutes so that I rush and catch those 30 minutes. Is it possible?
I'm really impressed by her composure. That's when you know you've accepted defeat early.
Can you tell you why I'm composed, Roy? Because there's a tournament called Conference in Europe. That's the tournament that Manchester United is gunning for. But guys, before we get into the football of the weekend, we have a very important guest standing by, Norris Ongalo. He's the safety officer of the World Rally Championship Safari Rally Kenya. And we all know that as of last year, there's a reason Naivasha stopped. This year, Naivasha is going to stop. But there's also so much happening in the world of rally here in Kenya. So I want to catch up with Norris to brief us on that. Norris, are you there?
Yes, I am, Carol. How are you doing, man?
I'm fine, thank you. First of all, Kenny says you went to school together. Is that truth or false? True or false?
Grew up together, didn't go to school together.
We grew up together.
Yeah.
No, we actually went to school together, but he was a couple of classes behind.
He was classes behind. Yet he looks 8 years older.
and at least he went halfway, right? He went halfway.
That I don't know. That I don't know because I left him schooling.
Oh, you left him in school. Anyway, Norris, I think, are you back from Naivasha? Are you still in Naivasha? Because there was a rally over the weekend, right? The part of the Africa Rally Championship.
Correct. I'm still in Naivasha. In fact, you guys woke me up.
We woke you up. We apologize. Well, Norris, tell us
good.
how the weekend went.
Yeah, the weekend was good. We had tough preparations. We had challenges, but we're happy that all the challenges never came to fold. We were able to pull out a good event.
Okay.
Before we get into what you do as a safety officer, the Kenya rally scene has been very vibrant in the last couple of weeks and is still going to be very vibrant over the next couple of weeks. Tell us a bit about the calendar that has happened so far this year and what we can expect going forward.
Yeah, we've already had 2 rounds before Equator. We already had 2 rounds run in Machakos. We still have 6 more to go. Equator is part of the Kenya National Rally Championship calendar, and therefore drivers in Equator ARC still score points in the national championship.
Okay. So basically, the Equator Rally is part of the ARC. How many Kenyans are running the ARC this year?
I don't have the exact numbers because for ARCs, you for as long as you enter, you're part of it. But from what we saw this weekend, we had 19 entrants, and out of the 19 entrants, only 2 were foreigners, and the foreigners also were running as ARC.
Actually, I saw a lot of juniors this year, which really excited me. I saw the McRae guy, Wahome, Maxine, the ladies. What can you say about the juniors?
We also had Rio Smith.
Oh.
You also had?
We also had Rio Smith.
Yeah.
Rio
running
Smith.
car 540.
And how are these boys doing? How are the young drivers doing?
Boys
so
and girls. Maxine is there as
well.
well.
That's why I changed it from how are the boys to how are the young drivers doing. How are the young drivers doing?
Really well. Yeah, I mean, Jeremy would have been second had it not been for a penalty, but he came fourth. We had 6th for Maxine, we had 8th for McRae, and 10th for Roy. So that's very good.
Brilliant. The balance is quite strong. I'd like to go into the World Rally Championships and ask you, I know that's the one we all get excited for. We like packing Naivasha. What are the plans this year?
We like packing from Limuru till Naivasha.
What are the plans for the Safari
How are they
Rally?
going? How are the plans going?
Unlike last year where we had COVID issues, now with the lifting of the ban and us moving to category 6 of the MOH class, it means that now the events are open to spectators, and therefore we are gunning for as many spectators as double what we had last year. Now last year we only had like 3 or 4 points that we had earmarked for spectators. However, this year we have 19 points.
My
Wow.
goodness.
So we
there's
don't
going
have
to
to
be-
all crowd
so-
in one place.
There's going to be a bit of a balance, yeah?
That's the idea. That's the idea. We don't want people crowded in one place. We want to spread them as far as and thin as possible. It's easy to manage. Even from a disaster management point of view, it's you're better off when they're all spread out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but Kenyans are allergic to being spread out. Kenyans like being in big, crowded groups. But there's also
Safety matters.
there's
right?
also safety matters to consider.
Yes, it is, but you see, it's very difficult for you to, whip the guys to one corner. The most we can do is, give them information on where they can go, multiple places they can go in a single day, and hope that they would want to go to a different place from where they went the previous time.
So how early do we expect to get this information going out? Because I think that is a major part of the safety part, where we want the rally to be organized so that we don't lose it again. I remember last time we lost it because out of the WRC because of the safety issues. So how soon will the communication go out in terms of where people can watch the rally?
As soon as a month before the event, you should be able to get the information. But that said, this time round, we are allowing people to go in 24 hours in advance. So those early birds, campers, we allow you to go in early.
Yes.
And from experience, we've noticed that the early birds, the campers, give us less of problems because they're disciplined. And that's what we want to encourage.
Yes.
Those are the serious fans.
Those are the serious fans. They go and set up camp.
Exactly.
They have nyamachoma and everything.
Nyamachoma had to be brought up.
The rest are the Subaru boys who have to go late.
Can I ask, okay, when it comes to the ones who are beyond Subaruism, what are you anticipating in terms of international drivers coming through? Can we have any idea at the moment, or is it something we'll know much later?
We will get to know this because the entry is opening in April, towards the end of April. So by that time is when we'll know how many have entered.
Okay.
Brilliant.
But I just think it's fantastic, Norris, that the rally seems to have done what most sports in Kenya are trying to do, and that is become an event, not just about cars driving, but
Yes.
it's created sports tourism, things that so many of our other sports are trying to achieve. What do you think the key is in the way you're managing the whole rally scene, that it's doing this for Kenya? It's putting us on the world map.
Of importance is where the rally takes place and the route the drivers will go through from Nairobi all the way through Limuru to Naivasha. It's for us to showcase what Kenya is about. I mean, very many people do not know more about Kenya. They think we are a third world country with Maasais all over the place, but most of the drivers...
And we live on trees.
Exactly. So when most of the drivers came down, they were amazed. And I'll tell you for free that most of these drivers have already booked holidays in Kenya.
After the rally.
After the rally, and not just the drivers. The drivers come with a big battalion of
engineers,
people, mechanics, the works. Yeah, so they're all amazed.
And
Can you please tell...
Sorry, and not to forget that when you televise this event, you're targeting 850 million viewers. So all these are potential tourists to Kenya.
Can you please tell Kenyans that Naivasha is almost fully booked already for June?
Naivasha is not almost full. It's full.
It's full.
Yes.
Wait, guys, have you heard? And this is for June. What are the dates? Just give us the dates. It's
22nd to 26th.
Okay.
So Naivasha is already full.
So
So
make
can you
arrangements.
start looking
Naivasha is
around,
full.
guys?
But there's space for tents, though.
Yeah. I think maybe what you can look forward to as Kenyans is setting up like a camping area where guys can camp, and then you just move your camp as the rally moves. Because it's going. I know for sure right now, as you're saying, getting a hotel is going to be difficult.
Not difficult, he said impossible.
It will be difficult for you to move camps. I think the best thing for you is identify a central place. You have your camp there and you traverse.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Can I then say that, are we looking at creating more events and experiences for people to enjoy, so that even if I'm not directly watching the rally, I'm just enjoying the atmosphere, as Carol said, of being around that mood? So
We have no control about that. We have no control about that because at the end of the day, even the events that happened last year, we were not involved.
Party to most of them.
But you see, it's part and parcel of a rallying heritage. People not just enjoy going to rallies, but also enjoy the atmosphere that rallies creates.
Ah, okay. That's amazing, by the way. So, are we expecting any charges? Because Kenyans are all about, is there any charge for camping, for going into the
rally,
the circuit
area
itself, the rally area? Are there any charges expected?
So generally, the 19 spectator points we've identified are free of charge. This event is being funded by the taxpayer, so it doesn't make sense to charge the taxpayer again. But that said, for special points where we'll have a VIP, I would call them VIP camping sites, then we may levy a charge. We don't know what it is yet. It's still work in progress. But it won't be anything prohibitive. At the end of the day, if you want to enjoy the rally and you want exclusivity, you want to be with your small clique of friends, then I think it's only fair for you to pay a bit because we're gonna put resources. We're gonna put resources for you: toilets, security, marshals, etc.
Ah, okay.
Finally, before we wrap, who are some of the drivers and their cars that we can look forward to actually performing well for Kenya this year?
Kenyans, my money is on the youngsters. I'd want to see them, in the top 10, especially Jeremy and Kimathi. But not that's a personal position. But Hamza would surprise you. Hamza is a very good driver, and of course Maxine. I would love to see the ladies in top 10.
I'd love to see Maxine doing well. She transitioned from bikes
motocross
to cars about a year ago.
Motocross, yes.
Motocross. Hey, Awa, thank you for educating me. Awa,
she's confusing duties and
motocross.
It was not in duties. It was motocross. Well, we are going to be keeping an eye. Finally, because I already finalied. As a safety officer, some of the key things we must or must not do as when we see these rally cars coming.
First of all, in 2022, we'll see the entry of hybrid vehicles. Now, hybrid vehicles means that they run both on a battery and the normal combustion engine.
Yeah.
Now, with the battery, we have 3 inherent risks. Much as the possibility of that happening is very low, but the severity is very high. Number one is when the battery starts experiencing what you call thermal runaway. Thermal runaway is when the temperatures are growing exponentially. It means that now the first risk would be fire. Now this fire, for just one small battery, and you have to remember this battery is 740 volts. You only need 50 volts to kill someone. Now for 740 volts, it means that you have a challenge with electrocution, but also you have a challenge with fire. And with the small battery, you probably need a 1200 cc Bowser. That's two fire engines to put that fire off. Because this is a chemical
keep your
fire.
Distance, basically.
So we have fire risks. Exactly. Do not touch. The third risk is, of course, gases, toxic gases. So don't just get close to these cars. Remember last year when we had an incident of one of the drivers, the car flipped, and guys, out of goodwill, they want to go and roll it back.
Go and help. Yeah.
Do not touch. Leave and wait for experts to come and manage it. That's, to me, is the main point that spectators should know. Okay. And these cars would have signals. You'll see they'll have lights on it from these 2 side windows, and the front screen would have lights. If it's green, it means that even the rescue intervention team would know how to approach it. If it's red, it's a different case.
Wow.
Okay.
So lots of things to look forward
Thanks,
to. I think
thanks.
we'll be speaking more, at least with the rally team between now and June when the World Rally Championship takes off. But Norris, thank you so much for speaking to us today. And tell the team we're watching and we'll be in Naivasha.
We will.
Can I-
So
can I-
no rooms, we'll be there.
Can I get
thank
VIP?
you.
The VIP has started.
Oh yeah.
Thank-
Let me tell you, VIP doesn't necessarily give you any privilege to go and get special spaces. It gives you a privilege to get samosas and stuff like that. Yes, but not,
Yeah, but that's exactly why Kian is there. Norris, thank you so much. We're out of time. We have to let you go. But thank you so much for speaking to us today. And we're certainly looking forward to the rally season as it continues here in Kenya. Guys, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Roy's trying to avoid the topic.
I'm
we're going
ready.
to talk about his
ready.
team. See you in a bit.